Hello, everyone. I am going to be talking about fetal alcohol syndrome and the effects and treatments that can happen for fetal alcohol syndrome. With the articles that I read, I have learned a lot more about fetal alcohol syndrome than I thought I knew at first. Um, the first article I read, I saw many different interesting things and how pregnant women should not be drinking at all. Since 2012, the increased rate of women with drinking and even just binge drinking have gone up. In the early stages of pregnancy, you can tell when you go and get an ultrasound that the face of the baby will not properly form correctly. And when that happens, the baby will end up getting a cleft palate. And when that happens, the doctors will have to provide surgery. Um, and in this kids' health article I read, this was coming from parents, like points of views that they've seen over the years. And when newborns are born, they end up having low birth weights, so they could be premature and then not gain weight. And they also have smaller heads than what the baby should normally have. And other different symptoms that I have seen when reading about fetal alcohol syndrome is that many babies and early toddler stages can end up having a lot of seizures from all the alcohol that they consumed when in the mother. And this also causes neurological problems. And I've noticed, and I've asked my mom these questions, that a lot of children growing up will have behavioral problems. So, talking back or trying to follow rules. And also, the child will end up having problems interacting with other kids and sharing toys and just trying to make friends. Another research topic I found was fine motor skills. So, trying to develop those will have an effect by the fetal alcohol syndrome. I did not know that you could do treatments for this disability. So, you could take the child for speech therapy or occupational therapy because the baby could have birth defects and also leg problems and like arm problems with this disease. But I also saw, and I never knew this, that it is hard to diagnose a baby slash child. The doctor really has to look at how the facial features have grown in and how much the baby slash child has grown or put on weight since they were born. Um, the disease can be hard to see at first, but I know some babies can end up having hearing loss. And let me see what else I have. I've just learned from researching this topic and looking more into depth that a lot of babies will be affected for the rest of their life just by one small decision that was not thought about all the way. I feel like we need to stop doing this and not let this happen anymore, but we can't do as much. So that's all I have. So thanks for listening.